Are you running away from things, Chief, or are you running to them? That is a question we will revisit in a few minutes. But first of all, you don't like it, do you? When people get close to you. It scares you a little bit, doesn't it? You keep running from people because you don't want to lose that mystery, and you're also scared that if they get to know who you really are, they'll stop liking you. They won't find you attractive, alluring, mysterious. You are somewhat yourself with these people, but it's a side of yourself that you give to them because you know that they will accept it. It's a mask you wear. But no one, maybe one or two people, but no one really knows what you're like when you're 100% yourself. It's frustrating, isn't it? But at the same time, you kind of like it. You feel like there's always something to be explored about yourself, something to tell. There's always a story people don't know. But you never want to tell it because you feel like if they know everything, it's over for you. You're so scared to stay in the same place, to be with the same people, to stop for too long, because you're scared you will stop evolving. You'll die inside and rot. And most importantly, life along with yourself will become uninteresting. God forbid. Now, first of all, Chief, you only stop evolving if you stop letting yourself. It's just evolving comes through resistance and challenge. You can find that anywhere. But also, there's nothing wrong with changing your environment. I'm actually a big perpetrator of getting out there and seeing the world. And that's the difference between running away from things and running to them. Maybe it's a bit of both. This is coming from someone who has been doing this all his life. Made a video about only child syndrome. It's kind of similar to that. I have a few close friends. Some people have known me for a lot of my life, but very few. I seem to have a habit of getting somewhat close with people for about a year, and then when I do this weird ritual, when I change myself and my environment, I never speak to them again. It's not intentional. It's less that I'm running away from them, I'm just getting distracted with what I'm running to. I'm like a wanderer. Some of these traits are toxic. Some of them, I think, are more beneficial than I could even ever imagine. Because if you're running to things, there's so much to see and there's so much to become. We are all different people throughout our lives. We're not going to be the same person forever unless you really want to be, but then you're just a kind of wishy-washy mishmash of your past self. Like, people that scare me truly are the people that are the same throughout their whole lives. They have the same humor they had in secondary school or in high school. They have the same clothes, same jokes, same friend group. Like, bro, go and touch some different grass. But you should be chasing the next version of yourself. Because yes, it's uncomfortable and you might feel confident in who you are now, but changing yourself, going out there, experiencing the world. Different towns, different cities, different opinions. That's how we grow. That's how we evolve. And seeing the world through different lenses is the best way to see the world, because then we can choose what lens is the best, what lens suits us the most. And also, if you see this shaking, I've got you hooked up on a branch and it's the wind. If it shakes too much, I'll have to either hold the branch or take the phone in my hands. But I'm not going to stop this train of thought. That's running towards things. You should always be running towards things. But that can get too much as well. Are you scared that you need to run towards them because you don't have enough time to see everything? Well, you're right. You're running towards things before they burn out and die, before life stops for you. That's admirable, but if that gets too much, you won't be appreciating the things you already have, because yes, you should be running to see all these things, but you already have these beautiful things that you are taking for granted every day. Things that you don't even see anymore. Things that make your life full, whole, that you... And you convince yourself that your life is not enough. And by constantly trying to find new things, you're not appreciating the things you have. That's if you're going too far down the running towards things. But when you're running away, out of fear of losing your mystique yourself, coming from someone that has literally done that most of his life, that's the stupidest mindset out there. If people want to be friends with you, most likely they see something in you. And let's say the worst does happen. They get to know you properly and they don't like you. Well, first of all, that means you're a really good actor, because that means you've been giving them a completely false vision of who you are. But that means they're not even the person you want to be anyway. Then you have an excuse to actually leave. That's not going to happen, Chief. You shouldn't let everyone in. Absolutely not. Friendship is a trust thing. It should be earned, but letting those people, those special people in, having your inner circle, you need that, Chief. You can't do it alone. I know you want to be this lone wolf, but that's such a stupid mindset. Trust me, I've tried it. Yes, you are brilliant. Yes, you have all this amazing stuff coming from your core, but people will get you to your goals and your next evolution 2 to 10 times quicker than you would do it on yourself, because that's where you bounce off. If everything comes from up here, you're going to drive yourself insane. You're going to become delusional. You need other people to tell you when you're being an idiot, to tell you when you're being great, to lift you up in your time of need. Because as much as you can try, you're not going to be able to do it yourself all the time. You need a team, and they can run with you to see everything. Your companions, if you will, in life, to see all these beautiful things, running towards things before they burn out, but while also carrying the things you already have and appreciating them, just appreciating the wonder of life. And when you can't do that, just accepting what life has to offer for you, good or bad. Running is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing, but as long as your eyes are open and you're seeing everything and appreciating everything to the fullest of its extent along the way. Running is a beautiful thing as long as your eyes are open and you appreciate everything around you to the fullest of its extent along the way. I said that twice because the first time I kind of fucked it up, not because I thought that was really cool. Keep running, but don't do it out of insecurity, don't do it out of fear. Do it out of wonder. And say less. Do more. See you tomorrow, Chief.